Hi there, my name is Emily Romanowski. I'm a community interpreter for the city of Ludwigshafen, the Brückenbauer project. I'm going to tell you a bit about current German regulations related to the COVID virus. First of all, you might want to know which shops and service providers are open currently. Many different shops are again allowed to open. Still, you must observe certain rules when visiting. For example, covering your mouth and nose, keeping your distance, and following hygiene rules that will be displayed for you at the premises. Shops that are allowed to open are currently bakeries and confectionaries, also with adjacent cafes. From 6 a.m. till 10:30 p.m., from 10th of June even until midnight, restaurants, cafes and ice cream parlors are open. However, here guests can only be served at tables. They also must fill out forms with their contact details before visiting or on arrival. This is compulsory so that they can be contacted when required in case of an infection. Further, fast food and takeaways are allowed to sell their food and drinks as long as the guests use them for takeaways only. So they are not allowed to stay to eat or drink on the premises. Bars and pubs, the bar and counter area must not be used by guests, but they can be served at tables that guarantee the minimum distance required. Here too, guests must register and leave their contact details in case of an infection. Further, weekly markets, driving schools and registration sign manufacturers, mobile phone shops, and by appointment only, hairdressers, beauty salons, nail salons, tattoo and piercing studios are open again, as well as hotels. The following must stay closed until further notice: shisha bars, clubs and discos. Why? Because bars and counter areas are generally not allowed to be used by guests, not even in the facilities that are allowed to open again. The risk that the minimum distance and hygiene rules are not adequately observed here is still too high. What about services and religious gatherings? Services of religious and faith communities, especially in churches, mosques, synagogues and other prayer rooms, may take place if the following rules are adhered to. First, for every 10 square meter of floor space, one person may attend the service. That means that access to services is controlled and, if necessary, limits the amount of people in front of or in places of worship, including prayer rooms. Secondly, contact details must be left so that if someone is infected during the service, one can track the infection chain quickly. The minimum distance of at least 1.5 meters between people from different households must be also observed. No objects may be accepted, passed on or shared during the service. That includes books, prayer rugs, etc. Participants must wear mouth and nose protection, except clergy, readers, prayer leaders or singers. They must, however, keep a greater distance from the congregation. Choirs and orchestras are not allowed. One should abstain from singing together for the time being. All religious or confessional communities or the umbrella organizations must also develop infection control concepts in which they explain how they implement hygiene and safety measures. The health department might want to see these concepts. That is it for this week. Thank you very much and have a good time. Bye.